We are back for video number 2 in our well-suited stamp class. Okay, thank you. So I know it will take just a minute to pop up in news feeds, but again, if you're watching the replay, we're still glad you're here. Just type in replay so we know you've been here. Appreciate that. And if you're able to join us live, just say hello. Let us know what you're doing this Saturday morning. We will be working on getting catalogs ready to ship out this next week. So we've got a brand new annual catalog coming soon. It will go live to customers May the 4th. Super excited about it. Were you able to find it?
Got it.
Okay.
Cassandra's back.
Hello, Cassandra. No snipping today, Cassandra. Or fussy cutting. Just die cutting. We have such fabulous dies in this suite of products. Well, let's jump in. The first thing I want to do is show you some sample cards, some other things that you can do with this suite of products that we're not featuring today in class. So this is actually pajama pants. Made this card on a Facebook Live yesterday for National Wear Your PJs to Work Day. This is a super fun way to use the die that I showed you earlier, that little like V-neck die to create the pajama pants.
Apparently, Cassandra wore her pajamas to work yesterday.
Oh, she did? Awesome. I love it. Well, it was National Wear Your Pajamas to Work Day, so you were well within the guidelines.
Very awesome.
Hi, Mary. I'm glad you're here today. And then this is actually a card that's cased from the catalog, so super cute little bow tie card. And this could be used, this could be a birthday card, it could really be any type of card. And then let's see, this is actually a swap card that I received. I thought this one was really cute as well. I just love the colors in this suite, so fun. Here is a swap card that I made, and it's one of the bookbinder cards. So just very simple, but again, I think that's part of the key to masculine cards is to not overthink it. This one is one we made for our make and take and team meeting this month. Again, super simple. Just a little touch of designer series paper and then that tie. And here is another from team meeting make and take. Again, I stamped on my bow tie, but you don't have to. You can just cut those out of the designer series paper with the dies. Running out of room. And then here is one with suspenders. How fun is that? This was also from team meeting make and take for April. Another one for team meeting make and take. Again, just like a 2-inch strip of designer series paper. Just featured the twine there. Super simple. These could all be embellished, but I chose to just leave them simple. And then this is also a swap card that I received, and I thought this was super cute. So think outside the box. This doesn't have to be just masculine projects that you make, even though this is a more masculine suite. Just using the purple and making a sweater. I'm not sure, is that diamond die that I love so much?
No, that's a different die.
I'm not sure what embossing folder, but I'll bring that really close so you can see. And how cute is that to have the little pearls as the necklace at the top. So you can use this to make feminine cards as well. All right, let's get all of these samples out of the way so we can start crafting. What? Oh, we already have, thank you, we already have Create with CT class for May designed, you guys, and we are featuring this same suite of products, the Well Suited. So I'm going to give you just a little sneak peek of what Create with CT, my to-go class, looks like for May. Isn't this one fun? And here is a little fancy fold. So that's a little sneak peek just for you for coming to stamp class. So you'll be seeing more about those cards very soon. And then this is a little suit, a pinstriped suit, cased from the annual catalog, no, the mini catalog with this suite. So I thought this was really cool. And it's even got the little handkerchief, little tie tack. So this was a super fun card. And we are going to make a tuxedo version of that this morning. So let's start with a thick basic white cardstock card base. And let me get that score line burnished.
Cassandra says sign her up for the class.
Okay, I will do it. We're ahead of schedule. I probably should not say that, but we were so excited to work with these products. We just went ahead and designed that class too because I knew that's what I wanted to do. Okay, did you pull those dies out, Dee?
I did.
Okay, we're going to kind of show you with these dies how this is cut. So this is actually a piece that's 5 1/4 by 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 to cover the whole front of the card. So use that kind of V-neck to cut this part out of that first layer. And then we have the whole lapel piece, and very quickly you can cut that out with this lapel die. And then we've got the little collar die. So super simple.
But you're going to use it twice.
The collar die?
Yeah,
oh yes, let me show them that. Let me pull these little pieces in right quick.
Oh,
that's the bow tie. Let me grab. So this is the collar die again taken apart because we are actually going to create the little pocket with the little, I guess that's called a handkerchief.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually kind of a faux handkerchief, isn't it?
Yes.
And then there's a little die to actually cut that pocket out. So it's really pretty simple. Lots of die cutting. And we are not stamping again. What is that?
The bow tie.
Oh yes, and then the bow tie, which there are 2 different sizes of bow tie. I think we're using the small one for this card. Make sure I've got the right side here. Okay, let's go ahead and adhere down this layer, a little bit or a lot of bit of liquid glue. Okay. And we'll just make sure and get this all lined up on the front of our card base. It'll completely cover it. So what's cool about this is it automatically makes your shirt. You don't have to do anything extra. You're using the card base as your shirt. Now, we are ready to put this lapel on. And I think the easiest thing to do is make sure that it's lined up like that at the top and then work your way down. Normally, I would put dimensionals on the back of this, but you know, while we're live, let's go ahead and try something different. Let's take, I think this will make this easier. Let's take some mini dimensionals and maybe go about 3/4 of the way down, maybe a little bit farther.
No, maybe
not. Okay. We'll put some over here as well.
not. You can put that one on the side.
Yeah. So I think that it's going to be easier if the dimensionals are actually on the card. And I can pop another one underneath there in a minute. Because trying to get this lined up perfectly, I will tell you, is just a little bit of a challenge. So I'm going to come in, get that dimensional back out of the way. Okay. It's probably on the floor. Oliver will get it for me now. So we're just going to come in. I probably need to move that one down just a little bit.
Baby Ruth joined you.
Hey, Baby Ruth. And we'll go ahead and pop this lapel on. Still going to need to move that guy down a little bit. But that's okay. We're making it work. But I do think that it's easier to put it on like this. And that way you can kind of get it lined up with the cut of the suit. And then adding that dimension really helps. I can get the backing off. May need to start over with that one. Yeah, we'll pull this one down a little bit. And now I can bring that other side on here. So I really do think that's a lot easier to try to get it lined up well. And I may need to put just a little touch of blue down here at the bottom, and I mean a tiny touch of blue, just to make sure that that stays down. Down at the bottom. Okay, I think we're pretty good. I think that looks pretty good. So isn't that cool how quickly you've got that lapel added? And that did work well, putting the dimensionals on the suit and then going from there. I think what we'll do next is go ahead and bring in some other little pieces. Let's go ahead and adhere this little, I don't even know what that's called. You don't wear a suit a lot, do you?
Yeah, it's not.
Somebody will know.
Yeah. Because it's not a real handkerchief, like you said. It's a photo handkerchief.
I'm sure there's some fancy name for that, but I want to adhere this together because it needs to dry a little bit, and I'll set it aside. It needs to dry before we snip that off. Okay, let's go ahead and put, I will in just a minute. We'll come in with the pocket part. And then that all can dry. Trying to make sure I get the right side with the stitching, which it's not really going to show up very well on this black, but this little tuxedo card is super cute, you guys. Let's just come right across there.
Mary Allison's by it. Mary White's by it.
Hey, Mary. Both my Marys are here. Awesome. So, like I said, we're just going to set that aside. I can get it lined up. And we'll let that dry. Because I'll need to come in. I will be snipping on this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So next, I think we're ready to go ahead and put our lapel on. And I do not have that lined up great, do I? It needs to come down a little bit. We can work with it though. This would be great for like a bachelor party card.
LaDonna's back with you.
Hey, LaDonna. I think we're ready to go ahead and put our lapel. And then does the bow tie go above or below? Above?
What goes on top of the
I guess normally it
shirt
would.
collar? Because you want it to pop out of the shirt collar.
Yeah. Let me get some bigger dimensionals for this. And we'll get our little collar on. Turn that upside down so I can work with it better. It's all lined up. Centered. So that's pretty easy too, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue on it. And I'm still having trouble with that lapel. We'll work on it some more. A little bit more glue. This would be fun at prom too. I don't know, would you need a prom card though? Okay, let me set that aside for just a second to dry a little bit, and we'll come back in. And I think we're ready to go ahead and snip off the pocket. I can find my snips, and we're just going to follow that pocket line there. So again, that was just the collar piece that we just took apart. All that debris out of the way. And that way we can bring in our little pocket. I think I'll just glue that down. Let's see if I can get that pretty straight. Okay, so there is our tuxedo version of our card. Now, let's put a couple of our embellishments as the buttons. And you know, I should have grabbed some rhinestones to be the buttons on the shirt, and I didn't. But that's something you could certainly add. Come back in with those black matte dots for our buttons. They're just perfect for buttons with this suite. I do like the buttons that you can cut out. And yeah, I think I probably should have had some little rhinestones or cut some buttons for this shirt, but that's okay. You get the idea. All right, that is project number 2 with the well-suited suite, little tuxedo card. And we will be back again in just a few minutes at 11 o'clock. We've got one more project to share with you, and then we also have our this or that. So you are going to help us decide how to create our 4th project. So we will see you back soon. Thank you.